Hello everyone, welcome to A Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. So I thought I'd begin this video today here on the Barangay Road to give you guys a little bit different perspective of the farm here, because we're going to be looking at an area that is not often featured on videos. The stupid cats won't get out of the road. So this is what the fish pond looks like from the road. And this is the access road going to the plateau. So Maricel and I have, we often discuss our past, our future, what we want to accomplish, what we need to get done. And of late, not so much, but within the last 2 years, and increasingly in the last several months, as my health has been, the health issues that I have are minor, but when I have things going on that pull me away from my farm duties, it has an effect. And an ongoing problem, physical problem I have that I don't think is fixable is my right knee. And it's hurting me right now. Just this little bit of walking has got it hurting. And it's become glaringly apparent that this farm is more than I can do. Even with Tatay's help, it's a lot to do. And there's many things that we need to do here that we have long needed to do that we haven't done for financial reasons. We've had first ASF, and then COVID, and then the typhoon that have kept our wallet empty. And so a lot of the things that we need to do, most of the things that have been suggested that we do, we simply could not do because of lack of funds. So that combination of this farm being really too big for us even all together to work properly, and our lack of cash, has led us to this decision. Now, we had thought that perhaps we would sell all the farm, just put the farm up for sale and ride off into the sunset and be done with it. I, however, do not want to do that. I've never wanted to do that, because as I have said before, I want some sort of option available for Charlie when he reaches adulthood. And I would like this farm to be one of those options. However, there's things that we need to do to make the part of the farm that is producing indeed productive. We need to upgrade the solar. We need to enhance the aeration of the fish that we're raising. We need to do a little bit of work on the house. We need additional planting. We just need a lot of things that need to be done. and we don't have the money for it. So what we've decided to do is offer up for sale a portion of our farm. It's hard to estimate exactly how many square meters this is that we're offering. My guess is it's about 8,000 square meters, but it could be as high as 9. That's why we're not offering it as a set price. We are offering it on a per square meter basis, because a new survey will have to be done, and that will determine the price. So what we are, and this was a lengthy series of conversations between Marcel and I of what we would sell. It was everything from the back slope of the plateau only to Tatai's house, including fields 3, 4, and 5. But we have decided to just sell the portion. The reason I stopped here is to show you is that we will keep the portion that has Tatai's house in it and all the fields that we've been able to put in production. And we're going to offer up for sale basically the plateau area, which, other than bananas and one crop of squash, we have not utilized. About 8,000 square meters, could be as high as 9,000 square meters, just not sure because we need a survey. But the area is basically from along this line from the neighbor's property here in an almost straight line down to the edge of the property at field 6. So all these bananas that we've planted that will coming into production in several months are included. This freshly cleared portion of the plateau here is included. This has an access road, the road I've been walking along, and it's not a bad road. It's a bit overgrown at the moment, but it never gets so muddy you can't drive on it, and it's flat. This was the side of a hill here, or the top of the hill, and coming on 6 years ago now, we brought a bulldozer in here and flattened all this out because we were going to put another piggery here in addition to the one that we already had. That never came to pass. And so there's about 4,000 square meters of flat area here. Very flat. It's just flat as a pancake. The water barely runs off of it. It's so flat. It goes from basically that large tree right there down to the neighbor's property where I stopped, and it goes back this way, which I'm probably not going to be able to show you because it's so overgrown. It goes all the way to the neighbor's rice fields going this way, and that's about, I don't know, 50 meters, 50, 60 meters of slope there that goes down to the neighbor's rice fields. You can see this is a pretty big chunk of property here. It could even survey out to a hectare, but I don't think so. It's going to be what it is. I do know, so when we first bought this farm, it was 1.3 hectares. And then we added 1,000 meters here and 1,000 meters there. And the last addition was this portion of the plateau going back that way, all down to those rice fields. And it goes from one edge of the property all the way back around to where we did that clearing several months ago and planted bananas. And it goes back this way a little bit, that last purchase. And that was over 5,000 square meters. So it's a pretty big piece of property here. It's all overgrown now, kind of by design, but it includes this area here. You can just start to see the rice fields through it here. The new growth is pretty much the edge of the property. And in older videos, we showed where we had cleared all this back in here. And we never did clear that portion going back this way, which is on this downward slope from the plateau. It's as it was. There's a couple coconut trees back in there, but not much else. So you might be asking the price. Well, since we don't have a current survey on this particular portion of what we're offering for sale, there's no way to put a set price, not really, and be fair to everyone. So what we're going to do is offer this on a per square meter basis. I'm not even sure. Yeah, so overgrown in here. I'm going to go back this way, where I know I'm not going to, well, where I have less chance of falling and breaking something that doesn't need to be broken. I just wanted to get to the edge here a bit. So here I am, and it's not the clear view I had hoped for. But that's the newly cleared portion there, and there's the fields, and of course it runs all the way down to the end. So the price is going to be 200 pesos per square meter. So depending on how it surveys out, it could be anywhere from 1.4 to 2 million pesos. I can't give you a closer estimation than that. This is a beautiful house site. There's enough land that goes with it to have a little gentleman's farm. Were these perimeter trees taken down, there's quite a view here. You can see, well, right here you can't see. I walk over here a bit. So that's the roof of our house right there, and that's the distance between us and where I'm standing, the house and where I'm standing. This is a really good spot for a house. It's flat, the land is workable, and I think for 200 pesos per square meter, it is extremely affordable. And we're pricing this so that hopefully it will sell quickly. There's land all around here, not as good as what we're offering for 300 pesos per square meter. Yeah, I know people are going to say, well, blah, 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 I can buy land for 40 pesos per square meter here and there. And yeah, there are places in the Philippines where land is significantly cheaper. This ain't one of them. Bohol is not one of those places where land is cheap, especially not here. And if a 7,000 square meter farm, which is what our neighbor just bought a couple of years ago, can go for over 3 million pesos, this larger portion of land can go for less. That's my thinking. Man, I can barely walk. I'm basically doing the peg leg right now. So yeah, the bananas will be in production soon. You can interplant whatever you would like with the bananas for a time until they begin to shade too much. But that's what we've decided to do. So anyone who's interested, shoot me an email, shoot Maricel an email, and we'll talk. One thing Maricel and I did not talk about is if we would take payments or not. And so I'm not going to say if we will or if we won't until I talk to the lovely Maricel. I'm thinking we might. We had a substantial down payment, but I'm not going to say any more than that until I talk to Maricel. So basically all this area here, and I wish I could show you what was downslope on the back of the plateau, but it's just too overgrown, and I don't feel like walking through the forest to show it to you. If I had a drone, we never were able to get our drone up in the air, so I can't show you that. I'm going to go back and show you the site map, and so you'll have a better idea of how this property looks on paper. And I've got to wait for Maricel and Charlie to get back from school to do that, but I can begin transferring the files that I have so far, and I'll be able to finish this video up and maybe have it published by early afternoon. Okay guys, so this is the sketch plan of our property here. So let me get a pen here so I can easily point these things out for reference. So this is the Barangay Road here, and this is the access road that I walk down. The neighbor's property is here, and the other excuse me, the other neighbor's rice fields are back here. So the fish pond is here, our house is here, the old piggery is right about here in that area. The plateau begins right about here. So this is all the flat portion of the plateau where I was walking around, and this is the back portion that we bought after we bought the initial farm. So there's also, if I can find it, where is that? Oh, this little, well, it's hard to make this make any sense, but this little bit right here was also another part that we bought. That is basically this little corner right here. So this is field 6, field 5, field 4, field 3, field 6, field 5, field 4, field 3, field 2, and field 1, and this is where the fish pond is. So wherever these fields border, all this portion here is what we're gonna, all this portion here is what is for sale, And my best guess is it's about, well, it's between 8 and 10,000 square meters. Between 8,000 square meters and a hectare. I just can't give you any better estimation than that because it would have to be surveyed. But the price is 200 pesos per square meter for anyone who is interested. Contact us. What I wanted to add, one last little thing here. Many of you will remember that we had the plateau subdivided. So we sold this lot to Gary and Elnora 4 years ago plus. And so where I was, basically the center of the plateau is right here. And these other lots are already surveyed out. Now this marker, this marker I can't find. This was the area I was pointing back and calling it the coconut tree. But this is what is it's part of the plateau that is already subdivided into lots. I forget what that cost us. It wasn't cheap. But there you go. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.